Coming up next, what your talent tells you about your future, how Google explains pay cuts for remote workers. It's Tuesday, Juice Day, and we take your calls, and it all starts right now. All right, coming to you live, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Sometimes things happen, folks, when the cues don't go, and so that's why I'm standing there staring off into the future. But hey, you don't let them see you sweat. Not a big deal. You just keep on rolling. Same way you would in a presentation or in a talk or in a sales pitch. You just got to keep rolling. It happens. No big deal, but we're still here for you, talking about your purpose, your professional purpose, what you were created to do. Because if you look at work as just something you do to get a paycheck, you will have a massive portion of your life that is meaningless. How about 90,000 plus hours for the average American spent at work? And if there's no meaning in the work, that has a profound effect on you. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you long to do more. You know you do. It's why you ask the question at some point in your life. Some of you are wrestling with it right now. Why am I here? What should I do with my life? And the answer is do what you were born to do. And that's what the Ken Coleman Show is about. We have 7 stages that will lead you to doing what you were born to do. Get clear, get qualified, get connected, get started, get promoted, get the dream job, and then give yourself away. You're still working, but it's now about legacy and impact. It's not about income. Now, folks, this is possible. It's doable. And we're going to help you identify what stage you're in and what you need to do to move to the next stage. 844-747-2577 is the phone number. And today, we're going to talk specifically about 1/3 of the formula in my first stage that leads you to what you were born to do. Get clear. Get clear. That's stage 1. So this is where we go, okay, who am I? What is my unique makeup? And what is my unique contribution? That's what we're doing in stage 1. Get clear. And so we talk about talent, passion, and mission. Those are the 3 indicators. Those are the 3 elements that every human being has. It's indisputable. You may not have heard it said this way, but there is a method to why I break it down into 3 parts. Talent, what you do best. Passion, work you love to do. And mission, results that matter deeply to you. So let's look at talent. This is what you do best. Everybody's born with talent. Everybody's born with types of things they love. And then everybody's born with this sense of meaning. I want to make a difference. That's how it is. Let's look at talent. Why do I always lead with talent first? Is there a reason? And the answer is yes. Talent, let's look at talent as the tools that we will use to do the work that we love and to produce the results that matter deeply to us. Now, everybody understands that. That's as simple as it gets. Think of talents, your hard skills, soft skills, which are called people skills, are the tools you'll use to do this work. So what does your talent tell you about your future? This is why I lead with talent. Talent gives us all the clues in the process, not all the clues, a lot of the clues in the process of getting clear. Most people in the world, and I saw some data this morning in a meeting, that like 2/3 of people don't even know what they're good at. I mean, that's really crazy. And yet it bears out on the show when people call me and go, Ken, I don't know what I'm good at. Well, they do. I just have to help them uncover it. So the reason that talent tells us so much about our future is because of the clues it gives us, because here's what we know about the human condition. We don't like to do things that we suck at. I mean, there's some depth. I mean, there's some brilliant thought leader stuff coming at you this morning. We don't like to do things we suck at. It's true. Why? Because we were created with talent to do something with the talent. So if we back that up and we do things that we suck at, what do we experience? Okay, we experience frustration. Then frustration turns into a sense of personal failure. Think about it. At first, I'm frustrated, and then I feel like a failure. All right, if you've ever tried to learn something that's difficult, I don't care if it's a sport, an art, a skill set, and you suck at it, and you don't start to improve, so you realize I'm actually really bad at this. Okay? So then you get to the point where you go, I'm no longer frustrated. I'm despondent. I'm desperate. I'm feeling like a failure. It's a very simple slide. We see it happen all the time. Which is why, by the way, it's so important to understand the talent part of the equation. Can I just say for a quick second, as I'm always beating the drum on how our education system is broken in the United States? We'll stick kids in an 8-hour day, and for many kids, not all kids, not my brother Jamie, he was great in all subjects, but me, half of my subjects, I sucked at them. Hello, math and science, any derivative of math and science, awful. Chemistry, biology, algebra, trigonometry. Oh, come on, man. I mean, that part of my brain doesn't work. It's dark. There's nothing firing, whatever side of the brain that is. In our education system, we put kids in a situation where they have to somehow win in areas where they have no strengths. What kind of sense does that make? I'll leave that one alone. I'm not even going to go there. Just going to throw that question out and just put it there. Talent begins to tell us about our future as we begin to see, wait a second, I'm really good at these things. This is easy for me. People compliment me on these things. Ding, 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 ding. Start thinking of those areas as tools. So let me give you 3 quick questions. We're going to put them on the bottom of the screen. For those of you watching live and watching later, write these things down. If you are struggling, like 2/3 of the world, to identify your strengths, what you're good at. First thing is, ask yourself this question. What do I excel at doing? Just begin to say, I excel. I'm really, really good at doing this and this and this. Second question, what is easy for me? What comes easy for me? I don't even have to break a sweat. It just comes easy for me. And third, what do others compliment me about? What do others compliment me about? Those 3 simple questions. What do I excel at doing? What comes easy for me? And what do others compliment me about? I can just tell you, those are strengths, those are talents. And we begin to dig, and we see those talents, and we begin to get confident in those talents and those strength areas. And then those become clues. Wait a second. There's going to be a tie between those things right there that I've identified that I'm really good at. And it's going to point to where I can use those talents to do something I enjoy. I'm looking for enjoyment, love. So how would I use those talents to do something? And when I use those talents, what are the things that I'm using them to do? Do I love that? Now it leads me right into passion. Work that I love to do, a task, a role, a function that I get excited about. But you always start with talent. What talent tells you about your future. That's what I just gave you, a 3-part question. What do I excel at doing? What comes easy for me? What do others compliment me about? Ding, 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 ding. And now we begin to identify what we're really good at. And remember, as with all self-reflection, do this work that I gave you, but also go get feedback from people who know you really well. They're going to help confirm this. You may write something down, but have doubt about it. No, not necessary when we get feedback from people who know us really, really well and will tell us the truth. All right, 844-747-2577 is the number, 844-747-2577. Couple things to remind you before we get to the phones. We are available to take your calls from 12 noon to 2 Eastern time as we're broadcasting here on multiple platforms. So that's the phone number to jump in, spread the word. You can call in. We'll help you out. I'm going to coach you right here, right now. Number 2, if you need to change your name, change your location because of the sensitivity of the call, you're dealing with something pretty toxic or abusive or sensitive, we will do that for you so that we protect your identity to get you the help that you need. Hey, if you're on the hunt for a job, I got some really good news. Job postings are going bananas. Now's the time to switch. With my partners at ZipRecruiter, we just found out there are over 52% more jobs posted online in June than there were of February of 2020. This is before the pandemic. More jobs than ever posted at ZipRecruiter. So here's the deal. You got better things to do with your time than just searching and searching and searching job openings. This is why ZipRecruiter can help you. They're the #1 job site in the U.S., and it's free. They're going to be your personal recruiter and do the hard work of finding jobs so you don't have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And now employers can personally invite you to apply for a job that's listed at ZipRecruiter. It takes the stress out of job hunting. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's never been easier to job search. Sign up for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/Ken. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Ken to sign up absolutely free so ZipRecruiter can work for you. All right, let's get to the phones. Janece is on the line in Louisville, Kentucky. Janece, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet, Janece. What's up?
Well, last week I was notified that I was part of a reduction in force.
Aww.
And so I have a 60-day notice of employment ending.
All right.
And I actually, can get a severance package.
Okay.
Or find another spot within the organization.
Okay.
My background is I'm an oncology nurse.
Uh-huh.
And the biggest concern that I have right now is the postings that are available are not in my sweet spot of oncology.
Okay.
And so I am wondering if it would be best just to take the severance, take time to mentally heal, and then bounce back.
How long is the severance?
I got 14 weeks.
Okay. And is that in 60 days or right now? Like, so when would the severance kick in? When would you take it?
October 12th.
So that gives us more than 14 weeks. You get the 14 weeks pay, which is nice, but now we can start the process of, you could still look, but, to your point, begin the process of kind of healing, dealing with the grief, that this chapter is over, all of the real emotional stuff that you're dealing with right now. Yeah, I think that's a good decision. I think that's where you're leaning. Am I right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you do that. I think that's wise. But again, with the caveat that you start looking now, which you already are. So we continue.
I already have. I've
already
put in a couple applications.
I know. Yeah, but I like this. I think it gives us 2 more months plus 14 weeks to land something. And I like that move. I like that move a lot. One thing I want to challenge you on, and I know what you mean when you say the sweet spot of oncology, but I don't teach, when I teach the sweet spot where your talent, what you do best, your passion, work you love to do, and mission, results that matter to you, where those come into alignment, it's not industry specific all the time. It can be, but it's not all the time. And I know you said sweet spot of oncology. I know what you meant. But the reality is, as long as you are doing the type of nursing, it doesn't have to be oncology. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be the cancer population. It's caring for others in their time of need.
Exactly. So all I'm saying there is reminding you of that, so that as you're searching and you don't see oncology positions, I would be open. That's it. Just open.
Okay.
To considering other nursing positions at different places, as long as you're using those top talents that you have, and your 80% of your day is doing work you love, and you are producing the result that matters. And really, to you, that's about service. The driving result for you is service. So as you're serving people in their greatest time of need, that's wide open for you. And I would encourage you on that. May I ask you what you're healing from? And you don't have to share specifically. You don't have to share at all. But I hear pain all over you. What's going on?
I've been working from home. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
And due to COVID, also with educating my kids. So I was burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
And I'm tired.
You're exhausted.
And, I can't give my kids the 100% that they need.
Yeah.
So I get off work and then I'm snarky and I'm stressed.
Yeah.
And they don't deserve that.
How old are your kids?
8 and 10.
Mm. You feeling a lot of guilt for how you're treating them?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you told them that?
Yes.
How'd they respond?
And they say, we love you, Mom. We know it's a hard time.
Yeah.
It's been a hard year. It's been a hard year for all of us.
Sure it has. Well, the reason I asked you if you had told them that and what they said is because I think that's what you got to remind yourself of. That while you certainly regret how you've talked to them and, the amount of time you're not able to give to them, all those things, the fact that you've owned it with them and said, look, Mama's dealing with this and it's been really, really hard and I'm sorry and I blew it. Do you realize how huge that is to those kiddos, the 8 and 10-year-olds, seeing Mama own it and seeing Mama say, hey, it's been hard, but it's not acceptable. It's not an excuse. And I'm going to work on it. I need your help. I mean, that's huge. So all I'm trying to say is you've not scarred your children for life. In fact, the fact that you're owning it with them is probably maybe, not probably maybe, let me just come out and say it, it's way more valuable than anything you'll teach them in homeschool.
Yeah.
So I say all that I want to encourage you. I'm trying to reach through the old video camera here and I'm trying to hug you because A, I've been there. B, I've experienced the forgiveness from my own kids. And see, kids are so resilient and they're better off seeing you work through the tough times and work through the failures and the faults relationally. And they see an unbelievable woman who loves them dearly and would do anything for them. So I just want you to give yourself a break. And I think your kids have forgiven you. I'm pretty sure they have, right?
Yeah.
So
I hope so. I mean,
I know they have. You know the only person who hasn't forgiven you yet?
myself.
100%. 100%. And you've got to forgive you. I mean, right now, you got to forgive yourself. You are a good mom. You're a good lady. You're doing incredible work. And
I'm trying.
No, you're not trying. You're doing it. You're doing it. And this is a season. And the season's going to get better. And you've got the chance right now to say, okay, I'm recalibrating. I'm going to reset. I'm going to reset right now.
Yep.
And I can still care for people as a nurse. I can still take care of people. But I can also do it, and I will do it. I will find a way to do it in a better environment so it doesn't affect me as much personally and then affect my kids and my family. You got it?
I got it.
You're a warrior.
Thank you.
You are a warrior, Janece. An absolute warrior. Forgive yourself today and move forward. But yeah, I'd take the severance and begin the process of healing, but looking for a better environment. And by the way, you know what to look for now. Wow. That's what it's all about, folks. There are seasons of life where the storms surround us professional storms. And I just want to let everybody else off the hook as well, because I think there's a lot of Janeces out there right now. When you're in a professional storm, it's going to affect your personal life. There's just no way around that. And instead of feeling guilty about it, realize that you are a human being who is not perfect, and your professional emotions are also personal emotions, and they're going to affect you. And if it spins a little hot, don't beat yourself up. Own it with yourself first. Deal with it with your family. And when they forgive you, will you please forgive yourself? Will you please? Because those that forgive us, they've done their part. They've done what we've asked of them. They don't need you to beat yourself up anymore. It's not helping. It's not helping. Move on. You're still valuable. You still have incredible contributions to make as a mom or as a dad, as a husband, as a wife, as a brother, as a daughter, son, the whole 9 yards. You can still show up in those roles because you're forgiven. So you don't need to beat yourself up. 844-747-2577 is the number. Let's go to Dale City, Virginia. James is on the line there. James, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. How you doing?
I'm living the dream, James. What's going on?
Well, we had talked actually a year, maybe two ago. I was a broadcast meteorologist. I decided to study something in geography.
Yeah.
Computers.
Yeah, I actually remember that, which is shocking. My brain gets older and older every day with the amount of people we talk to. I do remember your call. So what's going on?
Yeah, so I ended up finishing the degree in the geography IT and worked in that field for about 6 months.
Okay.
Until my last job with them let me go.
Okay.
I had actually recently, just yesterday, did your Get Clear assessment.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking into the meteorology thing again with you in broadcast, but I realized that just the quality of life with just how the grind really goes is really, really tough, and that's partially why I got out of it in the first place.
Right. So now you're thinking about going back into it.
Yeah, I've been doing some research, talking to some folks in the field, and it seems like things have gotten worse in different ways. But on the other side, I have been interested in something with like looking into education, because that was actually one of the results that came as an industry from the assessment.
Interesting. Okay, let's do this. You got your results in front of you from the Get Clear career assessment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did it spit out to you as your top 3 talents, things you do best?
Connection, compassion, and justice.
Interesting. We'll revisit that in a second. Okay. What were your top 3 passion results? Work you love.
Creating, teaching, and leading.
Fascinating. Oh my gosh, I got good. I love that. This is why I created this assessment, to be able to do this on the air with people. We couldn't do this before. This is so fun. All right, what was your the number one missional results that you want to create in the world? What is it?
Service.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is really interesting. Were there any surprises here that you need to talk through? You got feedback on this, yes?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Have you talked to anybody that knows you really well about these results?
Not yet.
Okay, great.
I want to talk to my parents.
All right, great. I want you to do that. Okay, but were there any surprises to you? Sometimes this reveals something that people aren't aware of. Sometimes it's just a big confirmation. Yep, this makes total sense. Any surprises before we move forward?
For talents, justice was a surprise.
Yeah.
And for the passions, teaching.
Yeah, interesting. All right, but when you were surprised and you looked into it, does it make sense?
Yeah, especially the teaching part.
Yeah, exactly.
Recently I've actually started creating like weather info videos for either middle school, high school age, looking at the sky and talking about it.
Okay, good. All right, so based on your report, now that's why you're going, I see this teaching thing, because the creating, the teaching, the leading, the work that you love most, do you see how that type of work comes together? What kind of work, when we think creating, and again, we give you summaries in the assessment, you can read the summary, but for you specifically, when you see creating and teaching, do you see a tie there?
A little bit. Not sure if I'm seeing what you're seeing, but yeah.
Well, no. It's not what I'm seeing. It's your assessment results. So I'm saying, you in order to teach something, there is a creative element to teaching. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. So if you're going to create maybe a direction for you or a curriculum to teach kids about stuff in the sky, that's what you just said a moment ago. I want to make sure you see the thread here, because this is important for you to understand. Okay, how does that turn into work? Make sense? A career.
Yeah.
All right. So the reality is that if you could see that and you go, oh, see, I would be creating content, I would be creating curriculum, I would be, and then I'm going to teach, and I might be an industry leader because of the way. You see where all that's starting to come in?
Yeah.
There we go. Now, see, that's when by the way, if anybody is just in the act of communicating, counseling, coaching, leading, teaching, and you hear somebody go, yeah, that's always a really good sign that the light bulb is on. All right. So I think this teaching direction is somewhere to go for you. Here's why. I don't see anything in these assessment results, the Get Clear assessment results for you, that says broadcasting, with it being so just incredibly difficult, I don't see anything leading you back that way. I don't see anything that screams, influence and communication and all that. I don't see that. What I see is the connection, the compassion. You have a heart for people.
Yes.
And
I really do.
Yeah, I know you do. And with those results, when I see connection and compassion, and by the way, the justice piece speaks to who you are as well. Justice is that I have a strong natural talent about caring for what's right and what's wrong. That's essentially what that boils down to. Strong moral compass. Is that true of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to figure out how that plays in. But that's going to play into what you're teaching, why you're teaching, what you think must be done. That's a strong conviction muscle is basically what that boils down to, okay? And so as long as you see that I am serving the public, I'm serving students, I got to see that I am instructing, I am teaching to serve. Then all that does is just formulate a strong case for you being in some type of instruction.
Yeah, and funny. It's funny, but it's also really exciting because the most exciting part of what I was doing as a broadcaster was the 10% of the job, which was teaching students.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I had a blast doing that.
Okay, my man. Then the assessment. Here's the good news: and by the way, I want to just say something because I don't want people that Ken's bragging about his assessment. No, I'm not. No assessment is perfect. It's not going to, all this is doing, folks, you just heard. He just walked through. This is what the assessment does. It gives him a report on his top 3 talents, what he's really good at. It gives him a report on his top 3 passion. That's work. We talk about work you love as passion. And then it shows him his number 1 missional result, what he wants to do. He wants to serve. He wants to drive service. Now, what's really great is James, you saw how you scored on the rest of the 12 universal talents. You saw where you scored on the rest of the 15 passions, and you saw where you scored on the other 5 of the 6 missional results. It is an illuminating self-awareness process, is it not, James?
Very.
And so here's what you all need to hear. This is all I've been doing for 4 years is walking people through on the phone. Now you can take the Get Clear career assessment, kencoleman.com. It's $30 standalone, or you can order it with the brand new book, From Paycheck to Purpose, The Clear Path to Doing Work You Love, which is the guide up the mountain. But this assessment is the mountaintop. Shows you what mountain to climb. I'm proud of you, James, for taking it. I'm more proud of you for calling in and going through your results. That takes a lot of guts. You're being open and honest, transparent and vulnerable. But here's the deal. All it did was confirm something that you finally told me, that the thing you loved most about being a weatherman was the 10%. And that was teaching students. Go figure out who you're going to teach, what you're going to teach them. It gets back to, again, when people are like, Ken, I don't know my mission. I don't know what my mission is. And I give you 3 questions. Who are the people you most want to help? What's the problem that they have or desire they have that you want to solve? What's the solution or solutions that will solve that problem or meet that desire that you want to provide? It just simplifies. It simplifies the process. Because when you try to answer the question, what am I supposed to do with my life? That is a massively gigantic question. And it freaks people out, and I get it. I struggled with it too. And that's how I figured it out. And now I'm giving it to you. When I ask those questions, watch what happens. Who are the people I most want to help? What's the problem they have that I want to solve? What's the solution to that problem I want to provide? Here's what happens. It shuts your brain down and it allows your heart to answer. This is all about heart. It's all about heart. We were created by the creator of the universe to contribute through our work. And when you begin to see that your heart is 2/3 of the equation I teach, talent, what you do best, that's just functional. Passion, work you love to do, that's heart. Mission, results that you want to produce in the world, that's heart. Turn your brains off for a while, folks, and let your heart speak to you. Then you can bring the brain back and we validate. Do I have the talent to do this thing I love? Do I have the talent to produce this result that I want to produce? Ding, 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 ding. Go get it right now. The Get Clear Career Assessment, $30 by itself, or since it's going to reveal purpose in your work, you might as well get the book bundle because that's $30. You get the assessment and the book, all for $30 instead of just the assessment. We're giving this thing away, basically, this tool, because the book is why I'm here. Let's throw it up on the screen. There it is. It's available on pre-sale right now. Comes out November the 9th. It's the 7 stages from paycheck to purpose. The clear path to doing work you love. It works. Those are the 2 emotions around work. Paycheck. Got to get a paycheck. Got to provide for me. Got to provide for my family, Ken. Yep, I get it. But you also know there's more than a paycheck. You know there's purpose in your work. You can make the income and the impact that you desire if you're willing to dig and discover who you are. Folks, the tools are now here. Besides just talking to me one-on-one, and I'm not going anywhere, the tools are here. These 2 tools, the book, From Paycheck to Purpose, and the Get Clear Career Assessment, folks. I've been working on them for 2 years, both projects. It's about self-awareness. And when you are aware, when you are clear, you can be confident, and you will have the courage to stay on the path. All right, quick break. When we come back, we got Tuesday Juice Day, the unknown juice. It's coming in the studio. What will it be today? I'll review it. We'll see what it is. Plus, we got In the News. It all comes to you in just a moment.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we are shielded through faith and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
Helping you move from paycheck to purpose. This is the Ken Coleman Show. So excited to have you with us. 844-747-2577. 844-747-2577. A couple things to make you aware. You need to be following me on Instagram at Ken Coleman. We're also on Facebook. Search the Ken Coleman Show. We're on LinkedIn and Twitter. Search Ken Coleman. A lot of great content we're putting out daily for you. The website is kencoleman.com. And we have the store there where you can get the new bundle, which is my brand new book that's available for pre-order, From Paycheck to Purpose, The Clear Path to Doing Work You Love. That's a $20 price. That's reduced off of the cover. And for an additional $10, you can get the Get Clear Career Assessment. If you don't need it, you can give it to somebody who needs it. If you're in a further stage, Ken, I'm in the Get Qualified stage, or I'm in the Get Connected stage, or Ken, I'm in the Get Promoted stage, I don't need the assessment, then give it to somebody else. Because bottom line is you're getting the book and the assessment for $30. The assessment, once the book releases, the assessment will be a $30 price point in and of itself. So it's a great deal. Plus, we have all kinds of other free resources there as well that will help you out. 844-747-2577. Okay, this is really interesting. I told you, I warned you folks, this could happen. Let's get to it in the news. All right, quick disclaimer here, as we got a lot to cover. A few months ago, I started talking about the trend where people were saying, I'm not going back to work. I will quit my job if they make me come back to the office. I'm going to be remote only. And I said I didn't know how that was going to work out. I was like, you can do that all you want to. This is America. I support your freedom. This is what I said. I still got killed on social media when they posted the clip. You people don't actually listen to everything I say. You hear what you want to hear, which we all do, and then you immediately go, oh, Ken's against remote work. No, I didn't say that. So let me say it one more time. In fact, I've got a really close friend from Atlanta, Georgia, who has the number one company in the world providing virtual assistants. Their whole company's virtual. He'll tell you, I really like him a lot. He's my friend. I don't hate remote work. Stop the nonsense. What I said was, I'm a little suspect and I'm a little nervous for you, the people. I'm a man of the people. I said, I'm nervous that if you start saying, I'm not going back to the office, they can't make me, I'm going to quit, and I'm only going to work remote, and you just get your, butt in the air, as my grandfather used to say, that it has some risks. Isn't that what I said? Thank you very much. Here we go. Headline. New York Post, Google. This isn't some right-wing Republican organization. There's my disclaimer. Google rolls out a pay calculator explaining work from home salary cuts. I said this could happen. I'm not gloating. I'm just saying, folks, I may tell you something that you don't like, but I'm reporting trends, and I'm also going, this could happen. If you don't like it, fine. But I'm in the business of big boy and big girl help. Okay? Nobody's wearing diapers on this show. We wear our big boy pants and our big girl pants because working on purpose is a full contact sport. Can we just, okay? All right, great. Here we go. Listen to this. Screenshots obtained by Reuters, one of the largest news services in the world, from Google employees who have previously commuted an hour to Google's Manhattan offices show that their salaries will be slashed by 15%. Whoa! That's a sizable number. If they continue to work in the suburbs. So Google is saying, you don't have to come into our Manhattan offices, but if you stay outside of Manhattan and work outside, we're cutting your salary up to 15%. Swallow hard. Ho! Googlers who live within New York City's 5 boroughs will not see their pay slashed at all. They've made it very clear. Google employees who move even farther away have been warned they could face even harsher pay cuts. So if you're in the suburbs and you move another state, but you keep your job, which they'll let you keep your job, you ready for this? 25% cut. Facebook, listen, this isn't just evil Google, which, by the way, please spare me the comments about how I'm hating on Google. I'm not. This is a news article, folks. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn have also warned employees who plan to leave their corporate offices in major cities that their pay will be slashed. Google reached for comment by Reuters. Google spokesperson says, our comp packages have always been determined by location, and we always pay at the top of the local market based on where an employee works from. So, folks, big, bad, evil Google. Now, here come the comments. That's not right. Rah, 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 rah. Well, you know what? They can do whatever they want to do. By the way, the same people who will bash Google when they watch this clip. Oh, Google can't do that. That's not right. Rah, 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 rah. Are the same people who say that Google can force you to get a vaccine. Oh, there I did it. There I stepped into that one. There I did it again. But that's the truth. Does anybody disagree with me? Same people. Same people. Am I right? The same people. They're the same people. It's fascinating to me. Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you. Google can do whatever they want to on this deal. So there you go. All right, let's have some fun, shall we? We're going to wrap up the show. Don't move. This is one of our favorite little segments. So I'm always talking about when you're in alignment, when you use what you do best, talent, to do work you love, passion, to produce results that matter to your mission, you're in alignment, you're in purpose, and on purpose, and you're in your sweet spot, you got the juice. You're just walking around with some juice, and people see it. So we decided to come up with a fun little segment where the team surprises me. In this drinking vessel here, this very nice tumbler, is an unknown beverage. I have to drink it. Sometimes it's been disgusting, real pickle juice. Sometimes it's been delightful. I will drink it, tell you what it tastes like, review it, and then reveal what it is. And it has 2 qualifications. I told the team. It could be disgusting to make me, I haven't thrown up yet. I'm okay entertaining the people. But it has to have 2 characteristics. Number 1, it's supposed to be healthy. Number 2, it's supposed to give you energy, thus the juice. So here we go. Today it's from Amanda, the associate producer and call screener. Thank you, Amanda. Here we go. I'm going to smell it first. Oh, it's very fruity. And by the way, it says on here it's Amanda's favorite sports drink. So I'm not anticipating anything disgusting. Here we go. Here's my thing on sports drinks before I sip it. Healthy drinks. My number 1 thing I'm looking for is aftertaste. A lot of these things taste good going in. 3 seconds later, awful. Here we go. Very fruity. Kool-Aid for a second. Then it took a grape juice feel to it. And the aftertaste is not bad. It's not great. One more. This is enjoyable. For a sports drink, before I head into the gym, or after I've been on my Peloton, because that's what I do at home, this would be delightful. Because the aftertaste isn't bad. I'm really trying to get something. We got to move on. Here we go. This is Body Armor Light. Peach Mango.
Yes.
That explains the tart kind of towards after I got in there and I went down the hatch, I felt a little tart there.
Yep.
That was good. Yeah. Body Armor Light is a sports drink packed with electrolytes, coconut water, and vitamins. Good. I feel very good about that. It's low in sodium. That's great because as we get older, we retain water. And I'm on HD camera every day, so we want low sodium beverages. High in potassium. That's good. So there you go. No artificial sweeteners. So that's really good, really healthy. No sugar.
Yeah, this version, the light version. So there's Body Armor, there's Body Armor Light. That's the kind I like. It's got like almost no sugar.
Yeah, no sugar added, low calories, potassium packed, antioxidants, B vitamins, coconut water. Good. Okay, so last week I gave a pretty good score. Did I? It was like a 7.
You did, yeah. I think it was a 7.
7, yeah. I'm gonna give this a 7 too. I gotta be I get a little excited when I taste something that's not gross.
Right.
But I gotta be careful. I mean, to get above a 7, we gotta start getting like really good. But this is good. This is good. My only beef with this one is, again, it's got a slight bit of aftertaste.
Ah, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So first is all the bad stuff that we drink. Sweet teas, your sodas. If you think about it, you guys can check this out next time your own taste test. When you drink it, it's fantastic. Explosion in the mouth, right? Fabulous. Taste buds are going crazy. And largely there's no aftertaste. These healthy drinks with all the stuff in there is a little thing. So I'm going to give this one a 7.3. How about that?
Yay.
7.3, Amanda. I think that's the highest score yet.
I think so.
Yeah, so there you go. It's not like the prune juice that Gio gave me last week, which terrified me. Yikes.
But you liked.
I did like the prune juice. I got to tell you, and to my knowledge, I never had prune juice unless as a baby. But it was tasty. I couldn't believe how good it was. But it terrified me to be live on the air drinking prune juice. If you know what I'm saying, anything more would be too much information. All right. Hey, I got to get out of here. But before I do, remember this. You matter, and you have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.